What up, Facebook Live? Hey, honey, it's Val. It's Val, and you are in Valtopia. It's a Tuesday night at 8:45 p.m. I don't usually come on at nighttime. Many weeknights and weekend nights, I'm with my kids and busy being mom. But tonight, my kids are with their dad, and I haven't shown up for a few days because I've been regenerating and preparing what I'm about to drop, the next thing. So, hi Amy, how are you? Say hello, everybody. While you guys are coming on, let me share this. Oh, we could do a watch party, can't we? Is that the thing to do? Hi Mandy, how are you? It's nighttime, honey. It's time for some Valtopia TV. Come on now. And feel free to share. I have no idea what's coming through other than the message I posted, which is a really powerful message. Stop shrinking to fit into places you've outgrown. How does that resonate for you tonight? Isn't the vibe good? Come on now, let's get into it. So I'm going to share this to my page. Feel free to go and like my business page. It's a beautiful place. Valtopia Studios. And I'm going to share to my group. Yes, it's a powerful message, and I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to bring through a reading that we need to hear about this very thing. Let me share it to Valtopia, my free group. And let us see what comes through, because I have been tuned in for these few days after going to Bali and after getting really sick and releasing a whole bunch of energy, and now working with some high-level mentors, and I've been avoiding certain layers of depth of myself for a long time, and I'm tucking in, and it's deep. It's deep. Hi Berhunda, hey Tamaris, hey Amanda. Yes, this is good shit, so share it. And if I stay away for a few days, it generally means I'm doing the honor for you and for myself of allowing my body to catch up with all of the shifts that I'm making. And as you know, those of you who follow me, I'm constantly allowing myself to evolve to a deeper level and to stretch beyond places that don't fit anymore. And for those of us that have a lot of energy and creativity and ideas and desires to follow and passion and purpose that we bring through our daily life experience, it can feel like we're outstretching and outgrowing a lot rapidly and often. Who identifies with that feeling? Hey Karen, welcome. Welcome. Who identifies with that feeling of stretching out beyond a space that feels comfortable over and over and time again? And no matter how many times you've done it, the essential element of feeling like you're abandoning others or you're being abandoned comes up time and again. It just takes on a new flavor, doesn't it? Right? So I want to do a reading around this. Oh, let's do the watch party too. Let's do the watch party, right? Host. Oh, do you have to put a title? Honey. You definitely identify. Okay, oops. Oops, I want that music, but I don't want this music. Here we go. There we go. So, you guys, this is my painting behind me that is an expression of quantum magic, and we're going to be... Hi, Mandy. Welcome. Lauren is definitely shifting. Okay, good. Good. Well, when you're shifting, as you know, and we're evolving constantly, and those of us who have a creative personality, a visionary message, extrasensory awareness that we're honoring and letting ourselves be, it can feel isolating, and many of us at different times in our life have allowed ourselves to expand beyond what feels comfortable and then sometimes pulled ourselves back in. How many of you have stretched felt the expansion, and then made yourself go back into where you came from and thought, ooh, why did I do that? Right? We're constantly expanding and stretching and shrinking and expanding. Oh, the painting, you want to see it? Yeah, and the filter has got a funky color going here, but let me show you. It's definitely a different color. Let me show you the actual color. See that? Honey, yes. There we go. Except now I want to put the fun filter back on. There we go. So, what do you do? What do we do about this feeling of stretching, expanding, and knowing and looking ourselves straight on and head on and saying, okay, wait a minute. I've outgrown this and I've outgrown that, and I'm not letting myself stretch beyond where I know I'm meant to. Who wants to tune into that energy right here, right now? I'm going to pull some cards and bring through a reading about this and tune into what the collective message is for this. And if you're watching the replay, let me know you're watching the replay. I will come on as I'm guided and bring through the message as I'm guided. And this is going to be the beginning of what's coming through next week. I'm dropping at the end of this week, I'm dropping a free 2-day experience. And so you're going to be able to come in and enjoy more of this with me. So stay tuned and come in and share this if you're feeling it, the magic and the energy. And let's, Amanda says your talent lights the world. Thank you. You tried to go back and the universe said no, right? And hey, Rita, and the universe will let you know, won't it? When you try to go back, and you try to go back to the comfy zone, or you try to go back to what was, when I was, before I went through my divorce, there was a point where I really tried to reconcile, and for months my eye twitched. And when I finally admitted the truth to myself, my eye stopped twitching that very moment that I made the confession. So our bodies are a huge cue to what's happening in our truth, because if we've been conditioned and programmed and we're triggering and blacking out from ourselves and not owning the truth of what we need to know and say to ourselves to move forward or to stretch beyond what feels comfortable, check your body and what's going on in your body. Hey, Amy. And all right, so let's do that. I'm an empath. My clairsentience is my primary gift that I feel first. And so I will tune into the collective energy, not each of you individually. And you tune into your body right now and see where you feel that you are not allowing yourself to stretch beyond what feels comfortable or safe to you right now. Because this is the work that we need to do to allow ourselves to come into alignment. And this is why a lot of people get stuck in a loop of frustration, of overwhelm, of fear, of guilt, of like trying so hard to work and feeling like, what the fuck is going on here? Why can't I not get past this point? Yeah, Rita, I missed you too. I took a little time to regenerate after Bali. Amy, your body is giving you pain right now in your side. Okay, so we're going to tune into, with my support as a cosmic guide, we're always calling people's highest frequency, so trust and know as you ground and center into your body right now. What's the message coming through for you? What are you ignoring? What are you not admitting to yourself? What are you not allowing? And as you bring this up in today's live stream, and be sure to turn on notifications and see me as I come in the next few days, and I'm going to be dropping like tomorrow probably access to this free 2-day permission to. And you'll be able to identify in today's live stream and the coming live streams what's coming up for you. And then in this 2-day experience, we're going to shift the permission, your own sense of permission. Because I find that for so many of my clients and for myself too, the reason we stay stuck in that loop and the reason we have physical ailments that confuse us and stop us is because we are unwilling to admit those truths, and we can't see them, and we're triggering ourselves and blacking out from the truths and doing everything and anything but admitting those truths, right? So how does this all resonate for you guys? So first I want to tune into I feel starting to come in, as I always do. I always tune into the throat chakra first. And so, yes, we need to admit the truth to ourselves. And one of good, Amy, it's always in the right place, always at the right time. And so the shame that we can feel, or the fear that we can feel, to just taking the time we need to tune in and see what we feel, can really keep us from this kind of clarity that lets us move forward and grow beyond what isn't working for us. And it's obligation and it's fear that generally keeps us cramped into a space that doesn't feel aligned. And when we keep ourselves cramped into other people's spaces, or even the other people don't want to be in those spaces, like when you follow your own instinct, you know, when a tree root bursts through concrete, it's like it's growing because it's natural. And just because something got laid down, a program or a condition got laid down somewhere in your DNA, in your pattern, in your story, in your family story, in your story that you learned in school, doesn't mean that you are bound by that limitation at all. And so anywhere that you are feeling tremendous guilt and maybe shame, to be yourself and to allow yourself to expand beyond those edges, there's a place inside of your body and your energy where we can access that feeling and that trigger, and we can release and regenerate it. And so all these feelings we have about not wanting to do the journaling and not wanting to do the work of knowing ourselves, so many of us run from ourselves because it feels really scary, and we think we don't have the answers, and we think we don't know, and we sit there and we spend hours when we're in survival mode trying to do the work, but we can't because we're not touching in to those places in our body and our energy field that we need to allow that information to come through. How does that sound and resonate for you guys? So I want to tune into that and see what message comes through right now. So first I'm going to use my deck, and I'm going to tune into the energy of this and see what is coming through for this particular collective, and those of you that will be coming into the permission to 2-day free experience and my next experience that I'm dropping. So already the throat chakra is starting to pop and clear as I talk to you guys about this. Okay. I love this. So we have cracking wings. So we have a lot of people in this connection that are coming into a new space of knowing yourself and expressing yourself. Cracking wings is about maybe you've been in a little bit of a hatch phase for a while, and now you're getting ready to burst open those wings and fly. But there's this really awkward stage where you're a caterpillar for a minute, right? Mandy says, I feel I need to let go of feelings like I can control a certain situation and find peace around letting go. Okay. So you're being guided to let go of something. Do you feel like that's what your soul guidance is to do? Or are you doing that because you think you have to? And how does that make you feel in your body? Hey, Erin. So keep asking yourself questions as more comes to surface, Mandy. So, and that throat chakra is opening. So after we're cracking wings, we are feeling love, right? And the love that we feel has got to be for ourselves first. And so much of this work is about knowing that you are more than worthy of your focus. In fact, if you don't focus and love yourself and do this work of getting to terms with what's happening, who the fuck's gonna do it, honey? So I'm trying to remember not to use the F word so that I can actually repurpose these to be Facebook ads. Rita says, I've been going through a lot of stretching in the last 6 months. You sure have, Rita. And that's the thing, that many of us in the beginning stages of our expansion have so much alignment to do. And so many of us get put off the journey because it's a fucking shitstorm after shitstorm. And we're like, are you kidding me? Like, this does not seem like a good idea. I'm going to go back to when it was normal and everything was chill. And the truth is, there is no going back to anything. And once you've opened yourself up to knowing yourself, you're allowed to keep expanding. And in fact, it's irresponsible and letting yourself down not to. And the fact that you have to go through different shit storms to align to your highest being, stay the course. Stay the course, and know that on the other side of each thing, you're remembering yourself more and more. And I honor you, Rita. You've been doing a beautiful job, and it has been like a winding journey for you. As hard as it's been good to go through. Yeah. There's no going back, Amy. There's never any going back. Even when you were in your comfort zone and you didn't change, there was still nothing to go back to. Like, everything is evolving as it is, and there is really no time. There's just the moment that we're in right now and the awareness that we have. So the awareness that you're in right now that feels like maybe it's a little bit tighter than what you feel comfortable, and you know that you're meant to keep going, allow that awareness to keep guiding you. Aaron says, exactly however I look at how far I've come in the past few months, I'm actually excited about the future. Yes. Yeah. And the future is right now. Like, what you're feeling and how you're in this moment is guiding you to the next one and the next one. So taking action is a really great way to take care of overwhelm, and to take care of feeling guilty, or to any sort of loop that you're in is going to be resolved by taking some sort of action, whether it's doing this type of work where you're looking at where you need to stretch and where you're not honoring and what's the work that is involved. And sometimes it's a matter of actually really taking full-on action that feels scary, or, like they say, the leap. Look at this, take flight. So we're cracking our wings in love. We're being called to take action, and we're getting ready to take flight. So we're about to take off here and illuminate. So we need to really feel into all the gratitude and appreciation, as you guys are doing naturally, of how far you've come and what it is you have learned about yourself, and what it is you do now remember more and more about yourself, that's now opening up more and more space to guide you back to yourself. And the shitstorms that you've been through and the difficulties have been your lessons and your illumination, right? Who's feeling that? Who's been feeling a little bit caught in a loop of frustration, or feeling kind of stuck? Talk to me. So we are all in this cosmic energy together. Whether you're awake or not, each of us is sending out an energetic imprint that's being called back to us on many different resonances, and the frequency that we own and choose to vibrate at, we have a whole length of it that we get to do and be. And so the work that I do in the Valtopia sphere is helping you to remember what your frequency is and why you came in to do and be who you are, and stripping back the layers of obligation and fear and guilt and programming and whatever else is coloring and clouding and triggering you out of being in resonance with your own frequency every day. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift. Amanda says you're definitely feeling the loop. So is Karen. Hi, Jefferson. Lit, he says. Yes, honey, lit. Mandy has too. Okay. Jefferson has felt like the stars are being found again. Ooh, I love that. Yes, we are. We are coming back into full illumination. So look at this. The next thing that I got was unplug after the cosmic connection. And I can tell you that the last few days for me have felt a little bit like the void and like a disconnection. And I didn't like it. It was awkward, and I never like it. But I've gone through it enough times to know when it's happening, and to just rest and detach and don't go live and do what I need to do to allow that awareness to then come in. And today it started to come in. I was still doing the work yesterday. It was awkward. But today it really all started coming in. And that's why, excuse me, I'm clearing some energy. I've come on live today because this loop that we're in, ooh, I'm going to lose my battery soon. This loop, these loops that we get in, are about illuminating to us where we haven't released yet. And it's a conscious choice to recognize when you're letting guilt or fear or shame or triggers keep you in the loop. And if you recognize you're in the loop but you don't know why, then that's an opportunity to ask for support in whatever way, to surrender, first of all, and then to get the guidance that you need to support you through. And I feel like any of you that are watching this and enjoying this should definitely join me for the free permission to, and then we put an underbar. Genuinely think about with this moon, what is it that you would like to activate within yourself that you haven't been able to because you've been in some sort of weird loop? What would you like to activate? What would you like permission to do or be? I want to hear. Lauren's slightly in the loop regards to travel. Okay. This time in the correct positioning, says Jefferson. Amy says, I'm not in the same old loop, but maybe it's sneaking into this new iteration of my life. So let me tell you, Amy, no matter how many levels you go, you still resonate with elements of your loop, because that's what you came to do and resolve. It's part of your makeup. It takes on a different shape and form, but the essence of the loop never just completely disappears. It's that you have more of a practice and a knowledge of yourself to look at it and respond to it in new ways each time, more and more aligned to who you desire and choose to be. How does that sound? So I want to go to the next deck for this and see what other messages come through. And I'm feeling a lot of heart chakra. And so to me that says there's some opening of heart chakra through this energy and messaging, but also that there's some grief to release. And if there's emotions that you're just not feeling, which I understand, there's a lot of times I've just been not wanted to cry, or I've not wanted to feel things because it feels like if we're going to feel them, we're going to relive an experience that's too painful, or we're going to have to go back and be in something that we've already given up and we don't want to go back to it. So know that you can open your heart and feel your feelings and be safe and create a new space within yourself that is different than how it's been before. And that actually, in order to grow and move beyond this place that feels too tight of a squeeze, you're going to have to let that stuff go, right? Lauren says, I'm having difficulty regarding short distance travel. Okay, Lauren, what's going on with the short distance travel? Hi, Joy. So let's see what comes through, and then I keep getting this entrepreneurship. How many of you are entrepreneurs watching this replay and watching me? I'd love to know. Hi, Mary. And, many of us who may not yet be entrepreneurs may be being called to do so and thinking it's too weird or strange. And the truth is, anymore, there are not that many places. I mean, I already had to accept this in my 20s and find a freelance job for years. Hi, Julie. And Mandy. Cool. And Amanda. See, I got the entrepreneurs here. Awesome. I've been an entrepreneur since I was a teenager. And Jefferson, kick ass. Being called Aaron. Okay, kick ass. All right. And Karen. Look at this. We got a good crew here. And Lauren. So we've got, yay, of course. So let's see what other messages are coming through for us. But we know that some of the deepest growth on your own personal growth is essential to truly fulfill your mission from an aligned place, your entrepreneurship. And this is one of the lessons that's been hard for me to learn, because I went through a scary divorce and felt like I had to make money, and I've often chosen the busy work and learning the process of being an entrepreneur over doing the deep inner work. And I've chosen like spiritual energetic release, which was powerful, but you can never avoid the deep inner work if you want to get to an aligned entrepreneurship that feels completely in tune with who you desire to be and what you desire to bring to the world. Amy says, releasing lots of grief around the person I no longer am, while stepping into the person I'm growing into and becoming. I do have my own business, and I'm receiving lots of downloads around next steps to take with my business, all intertwined. Yes, yes, and I have been knowing that that as I allow myself to let go of who I was, that I make space for who I'm being called to be, right? So it is a process of letting go of who you thought you were and the people that you thought were part of your life and the things you thought you were going to do and be. As you honor and forgive and let go, you do find all this new stuff coming in that you couldn't have possibly imagined, but that you did feel calling you, right? Lauren is getting tickets for a bus. Okay, I don't know that I can help you. We can set some intentions, Lauren. We can set some powerful intentions about that, you know, I always have a ride. I'm always supported. I mean, this is the things that we could do. Mandy Denise says, I've just finished my messaging for my new campaign that says, I help coaches stop playing small, which is what made me click on your video. Oh, I love it. There you go. I love it, Mandy. And, you know, playing small comes from fear, right? Hey, Rebecca. From fear and conditioning and programming. And, you know, I've done so much work. I'm really bold and brave and expressed myself fully. And I still am holding back from really the highest level of vision I have for myself. And that's because in some of you on this stream, I know, have huge visions for yourself and may have come from simple backgrounds. So the gap between your vision and what you're being called to and the life that you came from, that can feel so jarring. Who identifies with that? And the leap you've made from where you were and what you know you're meant to be and do. And I stand up as a guide and a leader for those of us that are visionary and bringing through things that have never been done or are new. And you need that sense of strength and foundation from within to stay the course when it feels like crickets, or it feels so jarring because you have to leave behind people you care about, or you're not used to sharing your extrasensory gifts or living and aligning them into your business, and you need that kind of support to just, whatever it is and whoever it is that you are, your genius needs to be played and experimented with and expressed to allow that to come through. You felt that a lot today, Jefferson. Amy says, yeah, holy crap. Yeah. Yes. And so many of us are highly sensitive. And thank you, Amy. Amy says, I'm an amazing lighthouse. I'll tell you, many of us who are highly sensitive are perfectionists and people pleasers. We've been conditioned to adapt to others, and we've been feeling outside of ourselves, and we've been looking outside of ourselves for solutions. And the only solution outside of yourself that I invite you to subscribe to is someone that ignites and is a lighthouse, that it is shining from within and doing the work and setting the example of inspiration from their own light and transformation and life example. And that's what I strive and intend to be, in full integrity all the time. And of course, I'm a living human being, a work of art, and try to be as authentic as I can in my expression of who I am and the struggles I go through and the truth of my experience. And that allows me to connect with more and more of you. And the experiences that I'm delivering through help us share as a collective this growth that we're going through. So the feeling of being in the loop, the feeling of thinking it's someone outside of you is going to come along and save you, the feeling that others maybe know better than you, than what you know yourself, and the deep, deep, deep desire you have down inside to trust in and back yourself, no matter what. That's the work that's coming through in the permission to, the free experience I'm bringing through, and the next work. And that's what I invite you to be called to find people that allow you to see that for yourself. There's no strategy or specific plan that's the answer. There's no one person that's going to give you the answer to your thing. But there are certain people that are going to remind you of yourself and relax you enough to let go of the triggers and allow your left and right side of your brain to connect and teach you to feel in your body and energetically cleanse and alchemize the bullshit that's been holding you back, and teach you to get a daily practice that you can subscribe to, that feels good to you, that feels aligned, that lets you bring through the magic that you're being called to. All of you stood up and said, I'm an entrepreneur. It's a tough journey. So what communities are you finding to support you and guide you and keep you staying the course and feeling like, okay, I am getting aligned. I do love myself more in my life more, but I'm also making more money and clearing the wounds of the past of being afraid to be visible or asking for what I need or feeling worthy. Those are all the things that are going to result in the abundance that you're being called to create for yourself, right? Lauren says, I thought the universe was my bully because it would not let me go back to the old. What I was really afraid of was losing my identity as someone who always needs help. Yeah, I had to realize that I'm still me and that I can live independently. That's really powerful, Lauren. That's super powerful. Yep, and each step that you take that is more clarity, even if it's not the final clarity, it's this much closer and that much closer, right? So let's see what cards came through, the rest of the cards. Look at this, entrepreneurship, personal growth, and feel gratitude. Well, that's what we were talking about anyway, and surrounding yourself with positivity. So let's take a look at the question guide. And let me know what you're thinking about this. And let me know what you're feeling you need permission to, and fill in the blank. I'm asking for permission to, and tell me what comes through for you, okay? Why am I spiritual? How many of you feel like you're very spiritual, but you're afraid to share it in your real life, or on your business page, or you're wanting to know more deeply, or you feel like you know naturally what to do, but you think you're supposed to have some certification? Tell me how you feel about this one. This is a good one, right? Lauren says, I'm in the medium numerology industry, a spiritual-based business. Kick ass. All right. Amanda says, yes, definitely. Yes, says Aaron. I want to know what you guys are asking for permission to. Permission to what? Permission to. I feel like pulling question cards for you guys. And then I'm going to go take a hot bath because I've been doing the work all day. My book, I finished a whole book. Look at this. I finished a whole book. I just got this on the very last day of February. Permission to be super weird. Do you really need permission to do that one? I love that. And you know what? I kept saying weird this morning, and weird. I have this awesome meme for you, Amanda. It's weird is just a sign of your genius and your unique. So Lauren's out of the closet. That's always a good thing, right? So I like what you were saying earlier about knowing that you have permission to live independently. I like that, Lauren, because that makes, we all want to have that feeling, right? Of being able to take care of ourselves and not be dependent on anybody, and to be able to trust. And that's where I think we all have to surrender more to the quantum magic of our creation, our creational abilities. And this is what I'm teaching in my classes. And it's so easy to forget how magical we are, and that every thought and vibration that we allow more and more consistently is our experience. So we feel so helpless, and we're caught up in these lives that we've created. And it's like, get this shit back into alignment. Start getting back into process. What are you going to do to have your life align more to what you want? Permission to really leap in faith. Yes, Amanda, I love that. Permission to find my weird. Oh, Karen, you got to hang out with me. We will find your weird. Right, Amanda? You hang out in the Valtopia sphere, you will definitely find your weird and love on your weird and let it be natural what it is. I love it. Oh, I love it. All right, so here's another question. Why am I playful? Why am I playful? So, Karen, I would definitely say if you're looking for your weird, gotta have some more play in there. I love these. I think I'm going to need to come on for the next few days and just do questions of everybody, what they're looking for permission. And on Thursday and Friday, we're doing a 2-day thing. We're going to activate this. I don't know exactly what the format is because it's still being delivered to me, and that's what makes it exciting. Mandy says, permission to work with the type of clients that excite me while still thriving financially with no guilt. Yes, Mandy, I love that. I want that to be, I can feel what you're asking for. And energetically, Mandy, I can feel where you could shift it in your energy centers. This is going to be so bomb, this experience. I can see how it's going to work. You guys are going to be saying what, I'm so excited you're reflecting back to me, because when I did the work, I would get stuck so often in my journal because I would be where you just were, but I wouldn't have somebody to guide me through those feelings that were keeping me outside of what I'm actually asking for. Do you feel me on this? I'm excited. Lauren says, fairies showed up in my mind's eye a few days ago. I'm having difficulty trusting my impressions. Ooh, I love fairies. So that's inviting you to be more grounded, Lauren. The fairies are there to help you ground into the earth and pull your frequency more down into your root and down and in, your lower chakras. Does that resonate? How do I feel when I'm celebrated, and why am I intimate? Now, when you celebrate yourself and allow yourself to feel celebratory of what's coming through you, you do have to become intimate with yourself to find that out, right? Rita says, I am spiritual to be the true me for myself and to aligned in my body, mind, soul to own my frequency. That's beautiful, Rita. Yeah, and there's nobody like you. You know what I think of it like? It's like, if you aren't owning your frequency, who is? Man your ship. Own your body, your frequency, your mind, body, spirit. Be present in what you came to do and be. Don't be like a vampire and like check out and let zombies, don't let zombies come and take over your human being. Like, own your shit, man. It's really important. We're not just playing here. Own your frequency. There's nobody like you, So, who's still here with me? Mandy, Lauren, Rita, and Amanda, Karen. Is Amy still here? I love this. Hi, Matt. This is so fun. So you can hear my voice. I'm getting a little tired. So I can't wait to come back on during the day and continue this discussion. We're going to lead into Thursday and Friday. I'll come on every day and build upon what we've done today. And I'm going to let Divine guide this for sure. I've been a little too uptight about wanting to present things for you guys. And that sounds funny because I know I'm real loosey-goosey and people get frustrated because they want to schedule and things like that. And I'm like, but wait, it's got to come in how it is. I'm letting it come in even more freestyle for the power of the inspiration and the divine channel to work. Who's with me on this? Who's going to come join me on Thursday and Friday? I'm not sure exactly what time. And I was inspired to maybe do it on a YouTube or a Zoom to keep it out of Facebook in case Facebook is just being funny. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, my ear is ringing. Something's coming through for somebody. Yeah, Lauren, you got to play with those fairies. Let yourself ground down into the earth. Ooh, I feel a heart chakra expansion. Who feels that? Erin, yes. Thank you, Rita. I love you too. All right, well, so I'll be having Rosie. Good, Mandy. So Amanda, yay, it's going to be free. So what I'm going to do is drop the link tomorrow. Rosie's and I started working on it today. Rosie's I have 2 teammates in Valtopia right now that help me do all my things. And so what we'll do is, oh gosh, maybe we'll do a contest, and whoever shares the most into the free space, let's see if we can, you know what I have asked? I want 333 people in there. Now, the last time I did a free experience, I got 111 people. So I'm tripling my previous thing. So I'm going to ask all of you to share, and I'm going to show up big, and I'm going to start playing on YouTube, and I'm going to go on Instagram, and I'm going to get over myself, and I'm going to bring in the energy that we desire to activate this permission to whatever it is. And that's going to lead into this 6-week experience that will build on what we unlock in the permission to. The permission to is a gift of my time, though. That's going to be a gift. So free access, because we need community experiences like this every 6 to 8 weeks to build the momentum of our collective energy and to remind you of what's happening here, and to it's about raising the frequencies, right? The heart expansion is yours. Good, Lauren. Okay, good. I can feel it. I can feel a lot. So drink some water. So I can't wait to see all of you. Put on your notifications and look for me. I don't know when I'll be coming on, but I'm sure it'll be tomorrow during the day. And I like this night vibe, though, but I won't be back on at nighttime until I'm kid-free. So thank you guys for joining me. I absolutely adore you, and I'm looking forward to you sharing this and joining me in the free permission to, I wanted to call it permission to create, permission to dream, permission to remember, but it's like you guys all have your own ideas. So be thinking about what you're going to activate in the 2-day experience, because you know how Valtopia rolls. We set the intentions. It happens. Be ready for it. Okay? Yay, yeah. Oh, my ear just went, boo. Valtopia sphere is about to expand to the next level, and I'm so excited you're a part of it. I love you guys. Own your frequency, supernova. There's nobody like you. See you tomorrow. Bye.